What's happening, everybody? It's Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization representing with content that is niche, multi-niche, not one topic, not one thing. What's this channel about? We about a lot of things. How about that? Yeah, we breaking the mold. We breaking the mold. We going against the grain. We doing what they say you don't do. Why? Because we still winning. 1,500 plus of y'all. Beat your chest and say it with your chest if you part of the monetization nation. What's up, my people? Hell yeah. Peace up. A-Town down. It's the third. Let's get it. All right. So, yo, I'm out here in this traffic, as I would be. I didn't want to be, but I had to be. It's the same old story. Still doing that courier thing because we just trying to get that donation up. We trying to get that monetization up. We trying to get that ability to not have to do this because we got other resources, because y'all come through, because y'all watching, y'all liking. Y'all liking? If you ain't liking, man, come on. What you doing? Can't say you love ONYXCON, you be loving their content, you be over here, you be watching, you be, oh, you know about me, you know about what I talk about it. And so what? You ain't liked it. You gotta like it and you gotta subscribe. That's your only job. It's free to do both. It don't cost you nothing to go tap. You should do it when you first come in because you know what to expect here. You're already done subscribed, and if you ain't, you do it right now while I'm reminding you, right? Hit that button right now. Doesn't that feel, did you feel that? Oh, you know, that's like light from heaven. Oh, wow. You know, did you feel it? Hit that button, you're gonna feel it. Didn't I tell you? I told you, didn't I? I told you, man. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I told you. It's gonna make you feel right. It's gonna make you feel real. You're gonna get that weight off your shoulders. You're gonna feel light as a feather. You might even get past the gates of the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Because your spirit is light as a feather because you represent it, and you're liked, and you're supported, and you're subscribed to ONYXCON on YouTube. That was your whole life. You didn't know that was the purpose of life? Well, I'm here to tell you. That's the whole purpose for you. If you're here and you're seeing me, your whole purpose in life up to in the building, your next purpose after you subscribe is for 20, right now, real fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, I just see number thumbs going up, number likes. There they go, they starting, there we go. All the physics, they say inertia, it's hard to start it, but once it starts rolling, look at that, we got 2 now. We're gonna mess, what we got now? We got 9 in here. We're gonna mess right now, watch. Come on, 9 thumbs up. I know you can hear me. Don't act like you can't hear me. You ought to be hitting that subscriber button, like I said, if you ain't subscribed. Because if you ain't subscribed, you can't talk to me. The trolls just dived off a cliff. That's their whole purpose in life, to be an asshole. Oh, I can't be an asshole. No, you can't. Not over here. Go on somewhere else. What's up, y'all? What's up? Let's get to it. Let's get into it. Woo! So what we want to talk about today? We done cleared the room. Look at it. You can clear the room real quick when you start talking that real talk, boy. Look at that. It's down to 1. one of the ones that did the thumbs up had to dive off. I don't know. People be busy. You know how it go. I ain't gonna hold it against you if you're busy. 3 in the building, we ought to have 3 thumbs up. That's how we do it. It always match. It should always match. You understand? It should always match. The AT alien says so. You don't believe it? Hold on. Hit him, Mark. Hit them. Let them know. Cacao! They ain't listening. They ain't hitting the thumbs up. Hit them. The Martian. I'm sending the Martian. Anyway. Yo. What's good, y'all? It's a sunny day. It's a beautiful day. I really wish I was fishing right now. But I guess I am at the same time fishing for them subscribers I need with the real ones, the ones who gonna go and like, they're gonna go back and like the videos they forgot to like. I do that as a responsible subscriber on channels I like. When I go watch people I like and really adore their content, I really watch and be enjoying all that work they done put in, editing all that stuff together for me to sit there and enjoy it. Sometimes I forget and I say, whoa. I can't, if I'm talking it, I gotta walk it. So next time I'm on their channel, I just go through and just like everything I know. I like stuff I ain't watched. I just bump it. I don't care if I seen it or not. It's them. You know what I'm saying? Ace Live, the homie, shout out to Ace Live. Ace Live put up a video, I just like it. Even if I ain't watched it, just like it. And it's Ace. Whatever, I know it's tight. Whatever it is he doing, he's tight. That's Ace, man. Like, period. You know? That's it. Just like it. You know? Let me shout out some of my other channels I be watching for my travel folk, especially. Czech in Effect, you know what I'm saying? Spelled like Czechoslovakia, but Czech from Miami, who be everywhere. I swear, Czech be everywhere too. That's the homie. You know, I don't know him. I don't know Ace like that. I'm saying homie, like, they both cool as hell. And I will say, I have had a couple of conversations with Ace. Just a few. You know, just a little brief, chop it up. Appreciate you, man. Stay up, do your thing, keep going, that kind of stuff. And then with Czech, hell, he followed ONYXCON on Instagram. So I was like, oh yeah, you good for life, bro. What's up? So, you know, salute him. Who else? Marwa over there in Kenya. I watch his. Every now and then I watch his content. I used to watch it a lot. He's fun, but I admit it can be a little slow with his videos. He take his time, and sometimes I just ain't in the mood to. I gotta be a soft speed for Marwa, because he's gonna take his time with everything. He's a funny dude though. He's hilarious in his own way. He's peculiar, but he's a very giving person and amazing what he's accomplished. I mean, to be the legend he is to his family and his nation, his area of Kenya, he's a freaking legend, man. He is a superstar off of YouTube. He built himself into an absolute world global legend. That travel everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I know some of the places I want to go for sure. You know. So shout out Marwa. I like his channel too. Zoe. Gotta shout out Zoe. International Zoe from Harlem World. You know. I still watch Zoe every now and then. And who else? I'm gonna shout them all out if I can think of them. All right, y'all, we back. Let's consider that the moment of silence for Ananda Lewis. Ananda Lewis, y'all. We lost a real, true generational legend, a real, true, beautiful spirit. In and out. Absolutely easily said, gorgeous woman. She was a model. She was a host of multiple shows on BET. If you never saw her on BET, you're too young to remember, or you're older and you almost forgot, or what. Yeah, and I hate to be the bearer of the news if you didn't know, because I found out last night. You know, I'm always on social media because I do social media, you know. It's different for all of us who actually do it for, you know, part of our living. It's a job. You know, and they know, oh, I don't like social media. I don't be on, you know, right. When I hear people say I laugh, I'm like, for you to even mention it means you have an account. You just don't look at it a lot, maybe. Because people be fronting, but, you know, bottom line is, hey, there's nothing wrong with it by nature. It's how people use it. But when it's working the way it should be working, social media can be a very powerful tool for positivity. And you know, when it comes to things like this, matters of the heart and awareness about when we lose legends, I'll be real. If it weren't for social media, I wouldn't get the news as quick as I do. It's always immediate. It's no finding out. It's rare that I find out the next day. It's usually that same day. Now, it happens at the stroke of 12 or, you know, overnight. Yeah, but other than that, I usually find out the day of when someone transitions. And you know, I saw this last night, sitting on the couch saying, damn, you know, looking at my phone, going back and forth between apps, and said, oh, no, man. Oh, man. You know, because I remember seeing her regularly. Back in the day in college and stuff, she was big time. She was hot. She was out there doing her thing. And she was a legend. Everybody had a crush on Ananda. She's gorgeous. And she's smart. Okay? She's a smart woman. Very intelligent. And she became an example of that for a whole generation of young women who may have not otherwise gotten that with the kind of rap that was going on at the time. Because, okay, it was a show where, you know, yeah, they may be mixing and mingling with the hot stars, but they would be bringing up issues. Okay, Teen Summit and 106 and Park and all them shows on BET, they were bringing up issues, especially Teen Summit. That was the show. And unfortunately it ended, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, you know, Ananda Lewis was and is an absolute legend and a gem in the crown of Black American history, straight up. She unfortunately transitioned because of cancer, difficulties with cancer, and that mess is out of control. I mean, we all know somebody if it hasn't hit home directly. I can't even count how many people I've known, you know, and I'm blessed to know some people still with us that got the treatments, however harsh they may have been, and are still alive. But nothing worse, man. Nothing worse than losing somebody to something like that, where you know it's in them, and it's just a matter of time. It's imminent. And like sometimes they tell the public what they're going through, and other times it's like Chadwick Boseman, how we lost him with a form of cancer. It's like, it's out of nowhere. It's just out of nowhere. So, but she did, I looked at her page and I reposted something on @ONYXCON if you want to see which post I'm talking about. And that was my way of acknowledging her transition, because, you know, we can all put the pictures up of her looking her most beautiful. I mean, she can't look bad. The woman just pretty, period. But I'm saying, you know, people try and find the best pictures of you, which is cool. I wouldn't, I ain't wishing mine to happen no time soon, but whenever my day is, and I hope I'm gonna be an elder and real grayed out and still strong, or whatever the case may be, I don't want y'all putting up a bunch of pictures of me, you know, with crust in my eye looking crazy. No, so yeah, I get it. But I also feel like if someone got something to say about a tough topic, which she was handling, the topic of cancer. I found this video. She's talking about, I don't talk about it a lot, but the C word is this, that, and the other. And I want y'all to understand, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like, do what you got to do to protect yourself. Get your scans, go to your doctor, do what you need to do. She was talking that real talk from a very relatable perspective. And that's hero work. So I said in the post, I said, you're a hero. All right, y'all. So as we continue, you know, I will say this though about, you know, becoming an ancestor, people transitioning, people going to the next stage of life. One thing about it, every time it happens, y'all, I don't know what it does to you. I don't know how it makes you feel, but I know for me, it makes me feel like it's time to consider. It's always time to consider everything, but it makes me consider everything I wake up every day thankful for another day, right? But I also wake up knowing my purpose, knowing the legacy I want to leave. And honestly, a lot of times I'm frustrated. I am highly frustrated with the way artists of all types of artists, because I am an artist of many ways, so I can relate to a lot of different types of artists. I'm frustrated with what we have to go through to shine our light and leave our purpose and legacy on this earth, and how it's always so stressful and so tenuous and challenging versus some other positions in American society. I mean, it could be that way across the globe, but it definitely has a way in America that's unique, because as I've said before, and I'll redefine it for those who always miss the definition, the arts are any and every creative process, creative expression that ignite, fuel, stimulate the senses, activate the senses, any of those words, because all of them apply. And when I say senses, I mean all your senses, including not just sound, sight, smell, taste, touch, but also your essence, your sixth sense, Your sixth sense. Your soul, your spirit, your third eye, your gi, your ka, whatever you call it, whatever you know it to be, that life force, yeah, it stimulates that. It ignites it. It makes you think. Whether you like what the art is about or not, it doesn't matter. Because people always, some people want to judge what's art and what's not based on some I know where it comes from, but I don't feel like teaching that whole college course right now. But there was a time in history where a lot of the notions of what art is in definition and in experiences has been defined by people who, first of all, are not artists. If they are artists, they're elitist to one type of art and not the others. And so it can get kind of convoluted. Like, it's weird to me to hear a dancer, for instance, say, yeah, I'm a dancer, but I'm also an artist. I'll be like, what do you mean also? You said dancer, that's it. I already knew you were an artist. You said you were a dancer, that's an artist. And what they mean by that, they might say that they also do music. They play music, they create, they compose music. Because, music is one of those things where the word has become, it's the other word that you can say you're an artist and people are like, oh, okay, what type of artist? And they figure you're either music or something visual art. No, it's all the senses. It's not just your sight. It's all of your senses. So, to make that, now that I made that definition clear, if you think about, and I'm gonna give you quick examples, the average painter or drawer in any capacity, even if you're a digital artist, yes, they're the ones that make, concept art for video games and movies and things like that. That used to be one of the jobs. Those two jobs I just mentioned used to be two of the things I wanted to do in life. I really wanted that at one time in life. And then I learned how, if you didn't go to a specific certain schools and focus on those things and get into groups and buddy systems of people who are already doing that, it's like a fraternity and sorority. Yeah, you could do it for a small budget film, and because they see your talent and hire you, but they can't pay you what Marvel is going to pay you. They can't pay you what a TV show is going to pay you. And the way it typically goes to get into those things, the only other avenue besides, like I say, being in the direct fraternity sororities, and there's not really a label, I'm just saying there's cliques, there's groups of people who do this, and that's how people get those gigs. And I know this for a fact because I'm in the film business, so I know for a fact. I know people who do it. So if you're a storyboard artist, that's the way, because typically storyboard artists also do concept art. Typically storyboard artists had aspirations, or at one time, or may still be doing comic book art. Okay, they may be comic book artists too. That was one of my first loves. I wanted to be a comic book artist. So I did it. And just I did it. I made comic books. I wrote and illustrated my own concepts, my own characters, my own worlds, my own all that. I did that. Did it for years. Damn good at it if I don't say so myself. But I didn't do, when I say for years, I don't want you to get the idea, oh, I did, 20 issues of my own book. No. When you're doing it by yourself, you're lucky if you can get 5 issues. I'm gonna be real with that's about the average amount anybody doing it by themselves can accomplish. Add in a writer and you just do the illustrations. If you're lucky, y'all might do a 10. If you're gonna set a record, you might do 10 issues of an average 20-something page comic book. Because between printing, the time it takes to create it, get it out, and now mind you, all that is changing. You got AI. You can, the AI, you can give it a prompt and it'll write the script for you. You give it a prompt, it'll draw the thing for you. But that ain't got no real, it's got some heart in it. I'm not gonna say no heart. I always say AI prompt artists are writers. So that's still an art. There is an art, because you're telling the computer, visualize my concept that I have, and here it is, I'm gonna write this idea out as a prompt and you give me a result. But if it don't have a prompt, it can't give you nothing. So it still starts with a human mind. So it's still art. A writer is an artist, because what you read can ignite your senses. So I'm cool with that thought of that, but it also, there's nothing, I don't want to ever say that, something generated as an image, At the end of the day, none of that can ever supersede. I have no problem with it existing. I have a problem with it superseding what I can do with a pen, a pencil, hell, a crayon, a paintbrush. I did it. I paint oils. I've painted acrylic. I've painted mixed media. My favorite always have been, when I was really deep in my thing, I do all these drawings and paintings where they were mixed media, where I'd love to gouache, watercolor, and color pencil on top. Because I had so much control with the color pencil, I kill it. Oh my gosh, I kill it. And I loved it. I loved what flavor of stuff I could create with color pencils. You know, so I'm saying, from experience of actual true drawing, true grit, true paper, true tangible materials, I know the real process, not what the computer is trying to imitate like. And no matter what it does, it always looks like it's flat on a screen with pixels. Versus, I take a picture of my original art, and that's pixels replicating what actually is there. There is a difference, and there is no comparison ultimately. You can compare, you can do all you want. I mean, people can do whatever you want. It don't matter. Nothing's gonna make you feel like what a real human being and real tangible materials gives you. If you can't say, well, where's the original? Well, it's in my hard drive. I can print you 1,500 of them. Okay, that's all. Everybody got a print of it. But you mean I can't go to a museum and see the real? No, I mean, you can see a print of it. The best type of print. You can get a G-clay. If you know what a G-clay, I don't even know if G-clay is the best type of print. I got something else now that everybody talks about. That was always the stuff in the 90s and the early 2000s. All we talked about was G-clays. And that's a G-clay. Oh my goodness. And it's all great in its own right, but nothing replaces that ultimate level. So my point is, when artists are arting out here, it's a long, arduous process to create and it's giving birth, y'all. Like, human life takes an average of 9 months, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. But you months, years, that's how real art is. That's how real, shorty. It's that real art, baby. And then when you live that real art life, problem is, like everybody else that doesn't claim that art life, if they don't, I always say everybody has an artist in them. It's whether or not they cultivate it. But for those of us who we can't breathe without being a creative, man. That's living, man. I got to do that to stay sane. I got to do that to do everything right. I got to be an artist. We should not. Yeah, y'all. So like, this art life is real. It's serious. That's why I always yell. I be yelling art life, you know. And I am. Man, this signal is crazy. I was gonna say, I know on Facebook, I was definitely one of the first to ever use. That's a fact. That is a fact. And at the time, it was not being used regular anywhere else that I knew of. So that. So anyway, like, I say, those of us who understand what art is, and therefore we are practitioners, we are artists. You're a filmmaker, you're a singer, you're an editor, you're anything that is part of the process. Culinary art, you make what we eat, taste, hello, okay? Even, and you got to know the sciences that go along with these things. When I was painting and drawing heavily, I had to understand by science certain materials. I love mixed media, but you can't mix certain things. You can't put certain things on top of each other. They won't stay together. They won't stand the test of time. They won't even let you do it in the moment. You can't, you can't re-wet a watercolor painting and not expect it to run or blur. It's watercolor, it's science to this thing, So these are the things you learn in the process of being an artist. But when people who know all of that and what we go through to create what we give the world, and who are, like they say, art, here we go. Pardon the interruption, as usual, when it happens. It is what it is. Got to do what I got to do. Got to get it how I live it. Got to do what I got to do. Had to check my other apps. Keep that work flowing. know I got time to talk now. I'm at one of my famous, always busy highways. You ever been on a highway, a 2-lane highway, so busy, you thinking to yourself, what goofy allowed people to go this way as the main thoroughfare when there's so many people coming from different directions and stuff? And then nobody's letting you over. Nobody's letting you turn. So you will be there for a minute doing what I'm doing right now, going like this, left and right, trying to find somebody to let you over. Because people won't give no respect to slow down and let somebody out. And it's just constant people coming, constant. They're going to have to widen this highway. It's one of those that they're going to have to widen. There's a lot of them, a whole lot of them, throughout the entire metro ATL area. I mean, I forget how many counties that is, but that's a lot of counties. Off the top of my head, that's at least about possibly 15 to 20 counties that all need a lot of this, what I'm talking about, because it's common in every area, because they were made to be these country thoroughfares. They weren't made to be these connected to bigger towns and definite cities and stuff. They weren't made for that. So now they gotta, you want to be so big, you want to be so damn urban and stuff. That comes with sprawl. And now that you've created a sprawl where people live way the hell out and still go to the city for events and entertainment and work, okay, work in the city and drive back home to wherever else. Yo, you've got to open it up where this ain't no country ass town. I love the country, but I'm saying you can't have it reflecting that forever with this other economy you want. You got to widen these damn streets, man. Every street got to have at least 2 lanes on both sides. There got to be a 4-lane on every possible street that leads to any shopping district, any expressway. It all must have wide streets and lights to let people the hell out. Stop these motherfuckers, man. It can't be, they just running. I'm sorry, I got a little, okay. It's not road rage. It's just lightweight venting. I'm good. I'm okay. Anyway, as I was saying about this art life, y'all, so people who respect it and appreciate it, man, that's why I be so happy, and I be proud of that number, man. It's like, it sometimes still gets me, it gives me chills, man, of joy to know that 1,500 people worldwide love ONYXCON on YouTube, and it's 17,000 plus on Instagram been loving it, okay? But I mean, the only problem is love's a strong word, because you got people follow, they ain't really in love. They just there to lurk and not really see you succeed. They hoping you fail. All of those stuff they say about hate, which is just weird to me. It's the weirdest state of mind a person can have to me. Like, if you've never met a person, never go meet a person, got nothing to do with their purpose or their legacy, why would you wish them ill will? Why would you not want to see your fellow humans do better? Because guess what? Every time any of us do better, the other folks can do better too. The more happy people, satisfied people, content people in the world, the less crime, the less disease, the less havoc, the less confrontations, the less argumentativeness, the less, like literally everything goes, it's a pressure gauge for success. To let people win. Just get out of the way if it ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? But if you got everything, if you're part of that process as a subscriber, hit the love button. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real, like, help the algorithm know that this guy is valuable to me. I want to see him win. So help him win. Open it up. Show his stuff to more people. Let's get this thing cooking. He's shown and proved he's not just talking. He's been to places he's talking about he's going to go vlogging. He's interviewing the people he says he's going to interview. And with the examples he's already gave, there's going to be more. He just needs to not have to worry about nothing that is common to everybody, but just, like you said, an average dude. This dude is doing other level stuff. Let him be a voice to everybody else who needs that inspiration. Everybody ain't gonna some people are never gonna be the exciting person. They don't have that energy. It's okay. But they like watching it. They like learning from it. And this is the frontier. They say social media is these are all of us who do this. We are the new celebrity era, so to speak. You know, and I'm not really in this because of some wish of being famous to the point I can't walk in a grocery store without getting mobbed or something by fans. No. I don't want none of that. Like, it would be flattering to go in the store, and every time I go in, I turn the corner, somebody recognizes me, want to take a picture and get an autograph. You know, something sweet, kind, and beautiful. Sure, that's a great feeling, but not in the extreme. No, hell no. And I've been around from being an actor in the film business. I've been my friends to this day that they're that level of what I just talked about, and I can see it how it makes them feel. They feel good, man. It reminds them when they're not doing good why it matters that they do what they do, no matter what. That when the art ain't being paid for what it's worth, or when the show they were on as an actor gets canceled, or when the people didn't buy that painting, but somebody saw that thing online and they walked through and you said, "Oh my gosh, are you?" Because I saw an interview with you, and you're that guy who painted that. Yeah, I am. I love that. I have a print of it in my classroom for my students. I'm a teacher, and they love it. And like, I'm speaking from experience of things I've heard, whether told to me or friends. You know, I've walked with a legendary actor friend of mine at Comic-Con, San Diego. Shout out to Rick Worthy. I'm going to put a name on it. Drop my name. That's the homie forever. You know, me and Rick went and had dinner at actually, I didn't even eat. I wasn't even hungry. I just went with him because he was hungry, just to accompany him and sit and talk. And it was during Comic-Con. And yeah, we just sat there and chopped it up. And while we were talking, I swear it happened 3 times and another time on the street when we were walking. The show is big now. It's no longer on. The show was especially Supernatural. And then also, at the time, he was on The Magicians on Sci-Fi Channel. And so everybody knew he was Dean Fall. And the only thing about Dean Fall was his father always wears these funky circle glasses, these shades that are like circle lenses. He would carry a pair of them sometimes. He didn't have that. He would sometimes carry a pair of them on him when we do other conventions and stuff to put them on because when fans see with those, they're like, "Oh my God, it's Dean Fall!" But otherwise, they may not recognize him as quick. But anyway, we sit there and they'll say somebody will walk up and say, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you while you're eating or whatever, but are you?" And he's like, "Yes, I'm such and such." He just say his name and they look like, from just a minute, they're like, "Yes, how you doing?" We sit there and they be all nervous, fan-struck, starstruck. Yeah, y'all, as I was saying, or maybe I should wait because I think this might. All the way that way. Oh, yeah. Come on, motherfucker. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all. As we continue, so ultimately, the bottom line is those who can understand what the art life really is and support are so important. Like every time you hear a YouTuber saying, please subscribe, and all that, man, that is a real serious plea for help. That's somebody trying to fulfill a dream, and they make it so damn arduous to do. It takes a long time. I don't care how many people you keep hearing about, oh, you can get your channel monetized in 4 days, 20 days. Man, look. When you look into all of that, and I have, trust me, I've watched far too many of those kind of videos. I'm not saying that some of those people are lying and that some of their methods don't work, but there's stuff that works for everybody. Just like there's some things that are healthy food that everybody can eat, and then there's some things that are specific to your diet you should not be eating or that you do need to be eating. Same as applies to working out one of these algorithms on any of these apps. I'm talking about any social media that you're trying to reach a certain goal with, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, whatever. All of them have certain parameters that you can't get around. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So I get so frustrated when I see people talking about, well, here, you know, if you push this button and that button and you keep this off or keep that on, some of that stuff works. I've come to realize there's three main things that work. Your thumbnails have to be great. That's an absolute right there. And when I say great, no one can really say what's great and what's not. That's a taste thing. Some people like some of the ugliest stuff to me, but to them it's amazing. So But again, there are general rules that apply across the board. You know, as you're looking at me right now, I gotta have a certain amount of lighting for you to even see me. And I gotta have a certain amount of sound for you to hear what I'm saying. That's automatic. There's no going around it. Same thing with a thumbnail. There has to be an image that's captivating, bold, whether it's annoying to somebody else or not. It's gotta be exciting. The print, the type has to be exciting. You gotta use fonts that are readable. Not so fancy. You never use cursive unless it's such an obvious reference to something in context that people get it when they see it, and maybe it adds to a joke. Like if you got other type that says something in really bold block letters, but then you got something that says fancy, and everybody knows that's what it says, even though it's so fancy that that's part of the statement that who cares that it's fancy because I can't even read it. Like maybe that would be the joke, and you would put that into the. It's hard to explain this from an artist, but I see what I'm saying, but y'all don't see what's in my mind, you know. But you got to learn that, and I'm very proud that I'm an artist because naturally I have a knack for that. So when I use Canva and other tools I use to make my thumbnails, shout out to Canva because even though it's not an advertisement, I don't mind shouting them out because they benefit nonprofits. As a nonprofit, you can use their pro tools, and they give you that ability. No cost. If you didn't know that, that's a little tip for all my nonprofits out there. Go for that. If you need strong graphics, kitted graphics, and ain't nothing wrong with kitted, because I used to be a little bit of a snob about that, being an artist that created everything from scratch, and then I realized, man, you ain't got time to worry about all that. Not on YouTube. You got to post every day. So whether you're posting, long, I'll tell you this. Posting long videos that's ridiculous to think you're gonna do that every day. I used to think I would. I did. I would try to do that every day. That's you're gonna tell yourself. But the only thing you can do long term every day, I mean long run, like it's got 10 minutes or more of content, is if you're streaming something like a video game, which we do that too. It's called Busting Pixels. Look under our playlist, you'll see it. And I love doing that, and I do it every day. I play games almost every day. It's my relaxation after a long day. I play my games. But sometimes I ain't in the mood for it, so then I post a lot of shorts every day. Every day I'm gonna post at least 2 or 3 shorts, if not 10 sometimes. And y'all who follow the channel heavily, y'all know what I'm talking about. Especially my ONYXCON style stuff. If I'm showing some shoes, and I'm a bit of a sneakerhead. I ain't a sneaker collector to the point where I got a closet full of shoes, but I got some select pieces and I got good taste. So I know what to put up that y'all obviously like, because I be getting thousands of views on those posts. I say again, thousands. That has literally helped my numbers grow exponentially and increased our subscriber rate, because I get more subscribers from, the way it tends to work is I get most of my subscribers from going live, most of my watch time from my shorts, lately anyway, this is the way it's been, and most of my likes and other stuff like that. Well, let me see. I'll just say the rest of my watch time from long edited videos. Yeah, that's typically how it goes. And it might be true that there's more likes on the long videos, because if people sit down and actually watch something like that, they must really like it. So they put a thumb up. They put the like, hey, man, I like this. And that's important. Always, no matter what kind of content it is, short or not. Like it, thank you. So yeah, y'all, that's what it takes to do it, for real. And it's like I say, because it's such a long process, man, we've been trying to get this thing monetized since COVID. Straight up. Like, that's when we went hard about it. That's when we got serious about it. I always had the channel, but wasn't really using it. Then we said, man, what are we doing? We got to do this thing. So I got serious about it. I started putting in the work. And here's the results. I mean, if you really want to break it down, it's kind of like, let me see, like 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, hold on. I always say like 6-7 years of hard work. Should have been monetized at 5 at least, but they say you're gonna put in no less than 5 to get monetized average on a YouTube channel. So I'm right on time. I just say this is the year. I say this is the year, because 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, we in 25, right? That's forever. That's 8. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I can really say instead of 2018, 2019 is when it really, I mean, it really, I started posting probably 2021. Like, I'm talking about regular, weekly, probably around there. I was still doing little off and on spurts in the previous years, but yeah, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You see what I'm saying? If you do it like that, we right on time. It's 5 years, so let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. This is it. No excuse. I want to see it. I want to see it go through the roof. I want to see nothing but likes on everything. I want to see nothing but love for all we doing, and worldwide, because we got an audience that's worldwide. So I appreciate that too. I really appreciate that. There's people who can't even understand what I'm saying, but they like to watch. And I'm smart enough to know, hell, I know the universal language. Sometimes it ain't about what I'm saying. Like I said, it ain't even me in the video. I'm just showing y'all stuff. I'm just the with the most. I see y'all later. Peace, y'all. Thank you.